If you were to go to Spain on holiday as a tourist and to be served a drink, their non-alcoholic beverage called horchata de chufa, and you looked at it, sort of milky white, very pleasant tasting, but you ask the waiter, where does it come from? He'd kind of probably just shrug his shoulders or maybe say something about grass, and you'd look at him confused. Well, guys, the answer is it comes from this plant. And that's what I'm here to tell you today. How's it? My name's Gus, the African plant hunter. I'm sitting here on the edge of a very smelly pond next to a small vegetable garden in rural Zimbabwe. And this is the next in my ongoing series on underutilized indigenous African plants that I believe are crops for the future. And the plant we're talking about today is this one. Cyperus esculentus, part of the Cyperaceae family, known locally as Pfende, and in English it's called the yellow nutsedge, or maybe, just maybe, you've heard of it as the tiger nut. Tiger nuts is an odd name because there are no tigers in Africa and there don't appear to be any nuts on this sedge, but I will explain. I can't explain the tiger bit, but I can tell you where the nut bit comes from. Sadly, I can't show you right now because it's only found on the mature plants, but the nut is a little tuberous rhizome that's found in the roots of the plant when it's mature. When it's mature, it grows to about 1 meter high. I'm here early on in the season, so they're still fairly small. And in this clump of dirt where I've just pulled it out of the ground, there are some little tiny baby rhizomes which will grow to about 1 centimeter in length. And you can harvest them and eat them. They're very, very tasty and extremely nutritious. Now, just in terms of general use here in Zimbabwe, where this plant is found all over the place, it often comes up growing on people's lawns and they cuss it and swear at it, and it's often found in the wild. And here I'm sitting on the edge of this vegetable garden out in the rural parts of eastern Zimbabwe. But it's mostly used here for the seeds which are found here and are consumed as a very potent sort of high nutrition rescue remedy for undernourished kids. So any child, particularly a baby, when they can't eat much, if they're suffering, perhaps not taking their mother's milk, you need to restore them very quickly. This is what you use. You take some of the seeds here, you pound them up, you add water and turn it into a drink, and hey presto, miraculous recovery of your baby and everybody's happy. But there's so much more to this plant, and it's all really in that rhizome, the tiger nut. So the tiger nut, which is very widely consumed in West Africa, where it's generally known as aya. The aya, the tiger nut, is used. You can consume it fresh, straight out of the ground, obviously wash off the dirt, and it's got a kind of a celery texture, or you can dry it out where it gets a much more nutty texture and quite a nutty flavor. Very beautiful. There's quite a lot of oil in it as well. It's high in oleic acid, that oil, so similar to sort of olive oil, and actually it is also used as a base for pressing oil. Although the nutritional profile of it is such that many people would prefer to keep it and eat it. In West Africa, there are countries where thousands, I've heard in Ghana figures of over 60,000 tons a year that are exported from Ghana of dried tiger nuts. So it's a massive product. If you are in Europe or North America and you've been to health food stores, you've probably come across it. If you're here in Southern Africa, you've almost certainly never come across it, because weirdly people don't eat the rhizome here, although it is known, and there are some traditional medicinal uses. I've heard of a traditional medicinal use with the rhizome where it's dried and powdered and then dropped into an incision in your skin to cure particular diseases. But it's a fantastic product, lots of different beverage applications that you can make from it. It's also gone in as a flavoring into ice cream, so lots of dairy uses. You can make a kind of a yogurt from it. You can also make alcoholic beverages from it. Sadly, I've never tasted any, but I'm definitely going to make that my mission. You heard it here first. And this is in my humble opinion, a crop with massive potential going forward. It's incredibly easy to grow, very tolerant of a wide range of different growing conditions. Nobody grows it here in Zimbabwe. It just naturally occurs as a weed, but if you did set about to grow it, you would grow a lot of it. All right, guys, well, that's it. My flying visit to the tiger nut, the yellow nutsedge. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, there's plenty more on my YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram. Just check out African Plant Hunter. Click subscribe and you'll always catch my latest video as soon as it comes out. All right, guys, I'm going to go find some other lesser utilized indigenous African plants that I believe have potential as crops for the future. I will catch you later. Take it easy. Bye.